Hi, this is Rhonda Kitchens. I'm your librarian at the William C. Bonatti Library at Big Bend Community College. It's 6:32. This live webinar, it's kind of more of a library orientation. I'm going to go over the library website, some of our services, and also talk to you just a little bit about posing viewpoints and show you where some other sources are. I hope you don't mind, I want to show you the library catalog too. I hope that's not too much. So if you just signed in, I think the live just popped up on the Facebook. My name is Rhonda. I am your librarian at the William C. Bonatti Library, and I'm going to spend the next 30 minutes or so going over library services, different parts of the library website. I'm going to show you the library catalog lightly, and I'm going to take you to databases A to Z to show you a posing viewpoint, but there are 169 other items there for you to view, should you wish to do so. And this is a very light, brief overview. If you have specific questions, sometimes your piece may ask you to find certain types of research. I'd be glad to even help you with Google Advanced or Google Scholar work. I love those two things. I even have them set up on our databases because I want you to be able to get to them. And I have Google Scholar set up so you could find full text items that we own. Kind of exciting. So, okay, I'm going to give this a start. You can find the library in several places. One of the places you can find it is on My Apps. And of course, it'll be the William C. Bonatti Library. This is one of the ways you'll find it, and probably the way, if you're using your phone, you may find it. Make sure you go to Academics, go to Academic Resources, and to the library. And this is our library page, and it's set up in a specific way, the way you might be using it, like the things you look for first. So a lot of you will come here looking for laptops, curbside pickup, print jobs that you might send to us, textbooks, books that we have on our shelf, perhaps, and different things of that nature. Also, let me hide my Google Analytics. That's how I know what you're using, by the way. I make sure I do collect some analytics on what you're doing so that we have the library website ordered in the correct manner. So this right here is our Ask a Librarian, Ask WA, and you can chat now. It's 24/7. Now, I may not answer you at 2 a.m, but every Wednesday from 2 to 3, I spend the time answering global questions. That's right, the entire world questions, so that other people will answer questions. So if you sign up here about 3 a.m, some of you work a lot, some of you wait to the last minute. I'm that person. You'll be able to talk to somebody, say from Australia or Great Britain or something like that. You might actually sort of enjoy it. Actually, when I come in the morning, I do read some of the responses, and they're actually quite good. I think you'll enjoy the experience. Librarians are generally your really good and awesome friends. So I hope you do come to the library, say hello, and meet all of us. If you want to know who we are, it's under hours, and we have photos and also the hours. Our hours do change frequently. You see how high up this is? One of our most used pieces. Let's look at this for a little bit. Schedule a library pickup. This is the most positively important thing you need to understand about this. Do not come to the library until we have written you back that we have your materials available and they're ready for your pickup. Understand the library is a live environment, and a textbook that was there 1 minute may not be the next. So wait until we're able to pull things together. And sometimes we may not have all the staff we want to move as rapidly as we could. So first of all, if you've never filled out a borrowing agreement, please do so. And we can go ahead and set it up on your record. To request materials, you're going to fill out these pieces. We'd like to know who you are, what you're doing, how to reach you, and we also can help you with student ID cards. You can also come into the library and get those. They're free. If you haven't got your updated sticker, please come get that. And we have different things you can request: technology, Bluetooth keyboards, calculators, webcams. Like, everything may be working for you fine right now, but sometimes when something is due, everything sort of goes sideways. This will give you an opportunity to pick up something while you get your computer repaired or replaced. So a lot of people use this at the front of the quarter, but some people end up needing us at the end and the middles as well. And we are there for you. Textbooks are generally all checked out at the front of the quarter, but you can come here at the early part and start putting in requests about the first week, or come into the library. That would be much quicker. If you're trying to print things, say in your chemistry class or labs or other things, you need color images, why don't you come here and request a pickup, and you can designate any number of things for it to be prepared. We also work with the Viking Food Pantry. We will actually deliver food to your car if you would like us to do so. Just fill out this information so that we'll be able to do so. If you're in the library, we also have very quick snack packs for you with crackers and all sorts of things like that. And also, this is where you request the appointment. But here, yes, I understand I must wait for a confirmation email for my appointment before arriving for curbside service. This is very important, because if not, we may not have the things that you want. So let us confirm. And then you'll hit the submit button. So I think that makes sense. And you can get a lot of things done using this. So many times you're probably working a bunch of jobs and have so many things going on. You can use this to kind of help support your success at the college, because that's the library is one of your big support services. We want you to do really well. So here is the library catalog. I'm not going to go there immediately. I just want to show you where it is. That's going to be the books. They're on the first, well, the only floor of the library that are in print, and a portion, but not all, of our databases. Not all of our databases are available for an all-in-one search. And sometimes, because you're using the library catalog may not have as many access points as the databases themselves. So sometimes using both of these will be a great strategy. And if you have questions, come to the library. We love to talk to you about these things. Databases A to Z is where I'm going to end up this orientation. I'm going to show you opposing viewpoints, but I'm also going to show you the top 3 databases you're most likely use while you're here, and make sure you understand which ones will probably travel with you even when you're working on your dissertation. So when you start learning these skills and getting familiar with these different databases, it's going to help you out in the long term. And when I say databases, Netflix is a database. Amazon Prime is a database. It's a collection of records that you can search. Sometimes they have different things that connect them. Netflix has a wonderful utility going, if you found this beautiful thing, you'll also like this beautiful thing as well. ProQuest is awesome for that. So I'll make sure you see it. So databases are just what you use every day, and we're paying your subscription fee. That's right. This takes you behind the paywall. About is about some of our policies. You can also ask us over at Ask a Librarian. It's not unusual. Someone will ask, can I bring my lunch? Yes, you may bring your lunch. Some people will ask us, may I make an appointment for a study room? No, they're first come, first serve. We have quite a few of them. If we do run out, let us know at the desk, and we'll try to work something out with you. We have a couple of different rooms you might be able to use. And if I'm there, you may be able to use my office. And sometimes I have candy. Okay, so this is the hours. And again, they're going to change a little bit. So we'll have some special hours and some other things that will be helpful for you. And this is our director, Tim Furman. Make sure you know him. He's usually at the front desk. We do try to make him go to lunch, but sometimes he takes a long time and he doesn't get lunch. Frankly, he loves working in the library. So when you're there, say hello to Tim. And also, well, that's me. And Jerry is very helpful with Canvas and some other issues. She's also an APA superstar. Cassie, she's really good at Word, Microsoft, and PCs. If you ever worked with me on a PC, you will see me stumble. I'm a little bit more of a Mac person, not a Mac superstar. She is a Microsoft PC superstar, knows Word, Excel, etc. Wonderful. This is Teresa. You will help work with her when you need interlibrary loan. When you see our new books up, she's the ones that prepared them and laid them out. Amanda has worked with us for a long time, and I need to change this because she's no longer part-time. She's full-time, and she saved me so much this week, people. She's a joy to work with. She helps keep the databases going, the computers in the library going. She tries to oversee, I think we have 1,000 laptops. She has so much work to do, and she's wonderful. And she does have a goofy dog. And this is David Austin. He works at nights mostly, about 2 or 3 times a night. And he has worked across Washington State, and he has a lot of different interests. What he has woodworking here, and he's lovely to ask questions. He's a great reference librarian. So that is the crew. That is the hour. So let's go back home and look at some other things. When you come down here, if your professor has worked with a librarian and come up with a research project that needs specific things, the librarian, myself, has built likely a class guide. And these class guides are really very strong, very helpful in that they give you a video, they give you links to the databases you should use. That instead of 170, you have the 4. Then you'll have a video that shows you how to use it. This is a Matt Sullivan piece. You'll see here, he uses Humans of New York, and you will end up searching something inside it. I show you how to do that. I show you different ideas, and then I help you connect those to a research project. And if you've heard part of these, I've put you a video section so you can skip to the part you really want to hear. And I use these search strategies. I'm not going to talk about this. I'll talk about this next week with databases A to Z. But if your faculty member has not provided you with this, ask them to. Sometimes they don't know how helpful they can be. This, of course, I mentioned the new book section. This is our business resources, our tutorials. This would be this library orientation and a variety of others, including Opposing Viewpoints, ProQuest, and others. Another place that you really need to know about here would be the Writing Center. I'm going to pop in so you can see what's going on here. You can work with them live on Zoom. Click to enter online Writing Center on the Zoom. This tells you all the hours. This kind of lets you know what the process is like. If you're using MLA, APA, or Chicago manual style, these are like little cheat sheets. They're also handouts. So if you come to the library, look for them at the desk next to the Writing Center, or you can use these, just pop them up on your computer when you need to use them to verify if your form is correct. So let's go back to this main page. The rest of this is where you request an interlibrary loan. If you see where you would like to add things to the library, like why don't they have this graphic novel? Ask me to buy it, because the library is our intellectual wealth. You really want to have a group of people with lively interest and a cross-disciplinary sort of view of the world to help build. It's our treasure chest. The MC Bonatti Library is our treasure chest at the college. So if you believe we should have some different types of books, request them, and I'll put them on our buying list. Citation and plagiarism, I will take you there a little bit. I will be doing a presentation on this. Sometimes it's awkward and not that exciting, but I really do my best. And I hope you might enjoy it. I do have a video version here that's ready to roll. I let you know about the slideshow if you'd like to look at it, student code of conduct, some pieces about plagiarism and how the Turnitin works. I'm working on this piece, and I really love these Scribner videos, how to avoid plagiarism. These things are under 5 minutes. They're very direct, and I really love the person who presents them. So I have these here. So if you're trying to refresh your mind, or you receive something back from your person who's grading your paper that says, hey, you need to look at this, these might help you paraphrase, summarize, and also use your quotes more effectively. I love them, and I share them in class. I teach a class called Lib 101, Academic Research, and it's 2 credit hours. If you'd like to take it, it's online. I'd love to see you there. So let's pop back home. Let's see what else here would be interesting to you. If someone wants you to do, when I mean someone, it's the faculty, probably won't be your friend. Scholarly articles. If you need to find one, you don't understand what they are, come here. I have a diagram, I have a list of criteria, and I have a video. And it's a very complete video, and I'm very, very specific on finding a scholarly article research article, very specific, because that is something that does come up here. And I'll very, very lightly talk about quantitative or qualitative methods, very lightly. If you take Lib 101, I have a whole module on it. And if you come and see me, we'll talk about it as long as you need to talk about it. We do a passion project showcase. We just recently had Ricardo Ruiz. If you haven't heard about him, he actually went to Moses Lake. He knows quite a few of the faculty. He was a local person living in the area, and he came and he read his poetry and talked about how he wrote and the things that empowered him. Right now, if you go to the front of the library, I have a setup of all the books he said that helped him become a writer. And I would like you to have that chance too. So I bought all the books he said, honest. Amanda and I, one of the persons I work with, we were taking notes during his whole presentation. So make sure you do that. I have another section here that has our demos, tutorials. What do you need to know? If there's something missing here, ask me. We'll do it. I'll put it together. I also do something about 3 times a year. It's called Down the Research Rabbit Hole, and it's about wonderful people on our campus. And I am looking for some students that don't mind being featured to talk about your research process and the things you're excited about reading. I'd love to cover you. So if you want to reach out to me, I'd be glad to hear from you. We're covering Melinda Evans. She just got her master's in social work, so we're celebrating that and talking to her about the process of researching and what she does to keep on top of her material. So if you're interested in that, we have that all down there for you. So I hope you see it's a lively place. There's a place for you. There's a place for you to add to the collection. There's many places for you to ask questions and interact. And we have a beautiful first floor, and it has it's got comfy chairs. We have coffee, tea, and hot chocolate for a $1 donation. If you're having a bad day, just tag me. I'll go take care of it. And we, of course, have the study rooms. We have at least 40 computers for you to use. We just have, excuse me, Amanda just added double screens to some of them so you can work with your papers all spread out between 2 monitors. So if you need that, come on in and we'd love to see you. So let's get down to some of the other stuff the library does. The library catalog, again, covers the first floor, most of the print books. It does have our ebooks, but the ebook searches are a little bit more powerful, but you know what? This will get you into them. And I'm just going to tell you how to find, we'll just go with a topic. I'm just going to put Hobbit. I hope I have something on it. And I'm just going to go in broadly, and I'm going to go into search. I want you to show on the left-hand side, it has different types of resources, web, online, but say you're in the library, you want something in your hand, do a broad search, go over here to Help by the Library, and it's going to narrow it down to things that are actually on the shelf that you can hold in your hand, and it'll give you a Library of Congress number, and you will go to that particular shelf and look for this alphanumerically. If you can't find it, let us know, and we will go over and help you find it. The other thing that you'll see here is available online. I didn't try this out. We'll see where it goes. It goes to EBSCO eBooks, Academic Collection. It's going to ask you to log in. Now, this login is different than any of the others, and this is where most people make their mistake. See how this is just my name? You don't use the @bigbend.edu. And this is the same as your sign in for your email or Canvas. It's just missing @bigbend.edu. So when I log in, when things are working successfully, it takes me into the ebook database and to the actual book. Now, one reason you might use this over another, and I'm going to use this to make it small, and this is how I change pages. You could search within it. So if I'm looking for a specific thing, I don't know what's in there, I'll just go with grass. And yes, it has a little bit of information and context, and you can say, oh, this is probably the section I would like to look at and research. It'll take you to those pages. You can go up here and you can use the cite to build a citation. The rule here is to copy and correct. Remember, I showed you the Writing Center piece. They have those handouts that would be very helpful to copy and correct the correct part. You can save the pages, you can email it, and also put together a permalink if you want to share it to your group. And you can get to these 24/7 and when the library is closed. So that's essentially two of the main functions of the library catalog that'll probably help you the most. If you ever come into the library and you don't know how to use it, please come to us. And if you're at home, see this, ask a librarian, pop into there and say, I'm looking for this book, and we or our comrades across the sea will help you out. So let me go back to this page, and I'm going to go to databases A to Z, and this is where I'm going to end our piece. I put this bright neon thing. It's actually working sort of well. I was a little ashamed of it. I don't know. You can write me. Is it too bright? But it goes, lost, need help. Use the library tab to the right there. Or these are the most popular databases. Almost anything you're working on, you can answer within these pieces. Each one of these has articles, newspaper articles, magazine articles, probably videos, sometimes ebooks, just a massive amount of different things. Of the ones that you'll use most when you move on down your academic journal will be ProQuest Research Library. We actually use a business version of it in our BAS program, and it's been really very, very useful. Now, Academic Search Premier, which is an EBSCO product like the EBSCO ebooks I showed you, very easy to use, also likely to be with you down your academic piece. Opposing viewpoints, maybe not, but it's going to be useful for you here at Big Bend. And I've talked to some of you, and I don't think you used these in high school. So let me just look at this. And you might have not been in high school for a while, but Opposing Viewpoints is awesome because of this. It is curated and put together for your success. Do you feel that? It was curated and put together for your success. If you go over here into search, you start putting in a term. Let's say I'm concerned about global warming. As soon as you start typing, it starts giving you ideas. And you go, oh, here we go, global warming and climate change. And you can click through. But suppose you absolutely don't know what to write. And it's really good. One of the very important parts about writing that does require research is that the research has been written about the thing you want to write about, or something aligned to it, or in some way that you can actually do some research. Here, this provides you with 472 ideas of things to write about. 472. And when I say curated for your success, let's click on neurodiversity, and you'll see it has this piece. This piece, when somebody asks you or a faculty member says, do not use Wikipedia, this is the Wikipedia-like object you can use. What it is, it describes and it talks about and defines and gives a history of the topic, but it's been edited and it is reviewed. So you can use it in your paper reliably. And sometimes it's a great place to find keywords, if there's law or legislation or people that are associated with the topic and other ideas you can write about. Here, you'll see things broken down. Sometimes your assignment or rubric may want you to use 2 academic journals, newspaper articles, magazine articles, or something like that. And that's an effort to help you bring in different types of research because they all have very different types of values. I'm not really going to discuss it here today. You can always come to my office, or if I do instruction, and I'll talk a little bit about it next week. So this has 3 academic journals. It seems a little short. When you see this, you're like, oh, I might need to go to ProQuest. And that is awesome. Do that. It has them here, so you can click through to see them. The thing is, here, what you see is what you get. And if you're doing something like a public speech and you need websites, you need video clips, you need statistics and things that you could cite reliably, it provides these things all right here for you. And when you click through to the full text, it's going to give you the article. Now, pay attention to the word count, because sometimes one of the drawbacks, besides it not being extremely broad as a database, it might have very brief, like a couple of paragraphs. And sometimes, I don't know that I've seen it at Big Bend Community College, but I have seen it where there's a word count, like you had to research something with more than 5 pages or something like that. So when you click on the title, it takes you into the article. The other thing where you might want to leave this and go into ProQuest is that Gale doesn't have the images. It doesn't have the tables and other things like you really like to see when you're working on different topics where there might be some visuals that are important. And if this hangs you up here, go to ProQuest and you'll be able to use PDFs, which are the actual image. So that's one of the little downsides, but a lot of times you just need to have the content, and it does do that. And up here, you'll see a cite button, and we're up to 9th edition. Awesome. It's going to give you I call it a citation suggestion. This reference is not correct, but it is usually pretty easy to fix. And if you pick up the piece from the Writing Center, you should be able to do so. If you would like to come talk to me about it, I would love to talk to you about APA. Jerry's really great with APA. My boss, Tim, is great with MLA, and the Writing Center is agnostic. They can do it all. So those are the people that can help you. And there's nothing wrong with asking for assistance with citations and references, because it is a learning experience. And sometimes that's not covered in the classroom. Even when you move away from Big Bend, you might find that to be true. Reach out to your Writing Center and your librarians to help you out with those issues. Anyway, so I think I covered everything. If you have any questions, you can always write me. I'm Rhonda K at bigbend.edu. Let's see if this will take me back to, yes. This is who I am down here. Right here. Rhonda K at bigbend.edu. If you have a group project or a single project, or maybe you're just rattled a little bit about the idea of a modern library, or just anything where you think I might help you, I am available to you. So I take appointments, I'll work with you on Zoom or whatever it takes. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope you will sign up next week. Let me go into here. Next Wednesday, I'll be talking about databases A to Z. Following that, I will talk about how to find, identify, and read scholarly articles. This is a skill that you build, and you don't, some of you may not believe me, but I'm telling you, once you learn how to read them, they can be quite hilarious and fun. And I will do an APA 7th edition overview. You know what? These are always wonky. Honestly, I think I've done one perfect one, and I had a fever, and I was explaining it to somebody recently, and that might have improved it, but it's a little bit ungainly. But if I do nothing more than help you understand at least 3 main pieces, what type of rules you're looking at, and where to find help, I think this will be worth your time, especially if you're going into the social sciences. Let's see, what else am I doing? Oh, plagiarism. I told you I was doing plagiarism. Yeah, I'm going to talk about, I'm going to make sure you see what's in the student rules and other places. I'm going to use Turnitin to show you some of the definitions. Make sure you know how the reports are put together, and you understand what they pull from and what they're looking at. In some cases, this helps you understand, like you may see you have 20%, and some faculty may want you closer to 8, 10, or under. You can go look at it and see if it's a problem and fix this problem before it becomes something. Because most of the time, I'm a firm believer, plagiarism is accidental, and this will be one of the tools you can use to help yourself moving forward. And I think that covers it all. So if you fill this out and you want me to do other types of library orientations, I'm available to do that. And again, if you're a faculty person, doesn't schedule an instruction, but you're a group that needs to do research, you can schedule me yourselves. And I'll be glad to show up, and we can come up with this research strategy. Have a great day.